our credit union.
This week and last, there is a blues and jazz festival taking place at Fort Mose State Park in St. Augustine, bringing in headliners like Gladys Knight and Mavis Staples. The concerts will raise money to build something that a place named Fort Mose should have, and that's a fort. There has not been one on the property for hundreds of years. On Your Side's Jessica Clark reports the dream of rebuilding the colonial fort has been in the works for years, and this year it's finally going to happen.
At Fort Mose State Park in St. Augustine.
It's hard work.
Reenactors
headed right there
and reenactments do a terrific job of stoking visitors' imaginations about the story of
the first free black settlement in North America.
Charles Ellis and Dr. Dorothy Israel have been telling that little-known story for years.
Absolutely. We gotta have that. We're a team, let me tell you.
In the 1700s, before the Underground Railroad ran north, it actually ran south. Enslaved people fled the Carolinas and found freedom on the outskirts of St. Augustine by living in a settlement called Fort Mose.
This is such an important story because it talks about freedom.
The community and the fort were just 2 miles from the bigger stone fort in St. Augustine. At Fort Mose, free blacks and Spanish fought alongside each other to protect St. Augustine. Over the years, volunteers would lead visitors through the woods here at Fort Mose State Park and say, imagine there was a settlement here. And inevitably, visitors would ask one question.
Where's the fort?
It was so funny for me to see kids come in and say, where's the fort? I came here to see the fort. There ain't no fort. You know?
What happened to it?
The way it wasn't constructed out of stone. It was constructed out of dirt primarily. And so the fort went back into the ground over time.
After years of grant applications and fundraisers such as the Blues and Jazz series featuring the likes of the legendary Count Basie Orchestra, the Fort Mose Historical Society this month announced its plans to break ground to reconstruct an actual fort.
That's the area over there.
The reconstruction of the fort will be inside of this tree right here. It'll probably start in this area right here and go back.
Having a fort will change things here.
Visitation will probably triple itself over the next 5 years or quadruple itself over the next 5 years.
We wanted to make a community of it. We wanted kids to be able to go in and see pictures, do games and whatnot, that it would come alive.
An actual fort will amplify the experience and the story of men and women seeking freedom. Ellis expects to break ground this fall and for the fort to be completed in early 2024.
There, it's there, you see it. Come see the fort. Come to Fort Mose's fort.
In St. Augustine, Jessica Clark, First Coast News, on your side.